Hey there, Alan here at RVacrossamerica.net, and I want to invite you to join me in a journey back in time. Well, just a few months ago, when Isaac, my good buddy, did a video, and I went down to Sand Hollow State Park. But it didn't start out as necessarily a good day for kayaking. This is, by the way, the post is going to be at rvacrossamerica.net/Sand Hollow. And you're going to find a lot of really good stuff there, including some of my recommendations for kayaks for RVers. And we're going to talk a little bit more about RVing in Sand Hollow State Park. But this is what it looked like in Parowan in the morning of April 3rd. It was actually the heaviest snowfall that I recall having all winter, and I'm looking at this and saying, you got to be kidding me. I headed out anyway, got onto I-15 South on my way to pick up Isaac down in Cedar City, and it got worse. It actually started accumulating on the interstate, which is hard to believe for early April. I mean, we're 2 or 3 weeks into spring already, but temperatures are right around freezing, and the snow was coming down heavily. And well, the one thing that kept me going is I knew, and I'm a trained meteorologist, that when I got 3,000 feet lower, which is where Sand Hollow State Park is, the weather would likely be a whole lot warmer and hopefully a whole lot better. Even in this shot, you can see there's a little bit of blue sky. We're in Cedar City. You can see snow on the trees, snow on the ground. And now we're back on I-15. I've got Isaac with me, and we're headed south. And what you're going to see over the next few brief segments is the amount of snow is decreasing. And that's because we are headed into lower elevation region. We're dropping from 6,000 to 5,000, soon to 4,000 feet, and ultimately to 3,000 feet in less than an hour's drive between Cedar City and Sand Hollow State Park. We're now snow free. We're probably at about the 4,000 foot level at this point, maybe about 20, 30 miles south of Cedar City. And as you can see from the blue sky, both of us became very optimistic that things were going to get better. This is the entrance to Sand Hollow State Park. And again, the post itself is at rvacrossamerica.net/Sand Hollow. You'll find some great photos there. And again, some insights on kayaks that are great for kayakers and some additional details on the RV camping options that exist at Sand Hollow. Sand Hollow is in southern Utah. This is one of my last journeys in southern Utah before I left the region. I left the region on April 15. This is on April 3rd. We're headed up through the loop, the main loop, which is a lot of pull-out sites, pull-through sites, and you've got full hookups in this area. The only awkward thing is it's a slight hill, so it's a little bit awkward for leveling the camper, but nevertheless, most people seem to be successful at it. And again, most of the sites are pull through, a couple of them are back in. And the camping here, I will tell you, is not inexpensive. Utah, like many states, has raised their rates. And again, the specifics are over at rvacrossamerica.net/Sand Hollow. You'll see the rates there. They have two other camping areas, which I also detail, and they're primitive camping. I believe that their rates are more like about 20 a night, which is pretty high for primitive camping, but it's a beautiful area. This is in the park, but not on the lake. You're about a quarter to a half a mile walk or drive or bike ride away from the lake itself. So you're not at waterfront sites. The primitive camping is a lot closer to waterfront than this is, but it's still a very popular area. This is early April, as I've mentioned, and there's still quite a few sites occupied in this area. I would definitely suggest making reservations if you're going to consider RV camping in Sand Hollow. I, of course, had the camper up in Parowan, so that wasn't my necessity. We've now switched to going back towards the waterfront. This is the road that crosses the main road. We're going onto the road which heads towards the waterfront. You can see the red sand here. It's really exceptional. It's a beautiful area. You can hike around a bit. You can definitely take part in lots of water-based activities. The lake is beautiful. It is best early season and late season, and during the winter, frankly, is not all that bad. During the summer, it does tend to get swimmer's itch affecting it. and I believe there's even been harmful algal blooms. So look into it. Check the reports before you go, especially if you're doing it between May and, let's say, late September. We're turning towards the water now, and we'll be heading to our parking spot, and then you'll see a little bit more paddling out here. It's again a beautiful area, a lot of fun to be. We had a spectacular day. We actually spent about a half a day on the lake and then took off and headed for some additional hiking in fairly unknown areas between Kanab and Panguitch. And I'll be sharing those in another post in the future. Here's the water in front of us. We're pulling up to it. There is a rental area here, so you can rent kayaks, you can rent SUPs and some other stuff. Just have a good time. You can see showers off in the distance. And when that cloudiness cleared, we even saw snow on the hills in the distance. Again, check the photos on the post. It's really cool. So there's me paddling off into the middle of nowhere. Isaac shot that shot. And again, rvcrossamerica.net/Sand Hollow. Thanks for your time. Thanks for checking it out. And hey, leave a thumbs up, a like, and a comment. I read them all and I respond to them all. Take care.